Hi, so I thought I'd just quickly come on and show you how I apply my products. I know a lot of people sometimes feel like I use a lot of products, but the colorwow products have absolutely no weight to them at all. They're all water soluble, so anybody who's going silicone free, it's absolutely fine. So first of all, I would apply, this is my baby kale cocktail. I've run out of my large one, I've got one on the way. Very often I use the coconut one or the kale. The carb one is for people with very fine hair who need lots of volume, which is more of a clear liquid. This one is much more creamy. This will really help prevent against breakage. I can get any out. Usually they come in a pump bottle, but because this is a little travel one, it's not. So I usually apply about that much. This will help against breakage, and it will really help to protect your hair against any ailments or heat, and it'll just help to seal all the cuticles down. So literally just rub it. I don't put it through the roots. I believe the kale one would probably be fine through the roots because that is more of a volume one, but I tend to sort of start about 2 or 3 inches away from my root. I don't really like any serum or anything at the root. It can make it a bit floppy. So that's the colorwow, so that's the kale. So anybody with coloured hair, damaged hair, so the kale or the coconut one are absolutely fine. Then I'm going to pop my magic dreamcoat on. I know a lot of people find they don't notice much difference from this, but they're probably not applying enough. The idea is to coat the hair fully, and you don't need to use it every time. So although it might seem expensive, it has a memory in it, so you only need to apply it probably every second blow dry. I do my hair every day and I use it every time because I love it. So I'm not as liberal with it probably as you would be if you weren't using it every time, because I always feel, well, probably one day I coat bits and other days I don't. So I don't bother to section it. I literally just lift it and really focus on any parts of my hair that tend to go a bit fluffy, or where it's heavily coloured, like down here I get a section that goes a bit fluffy. But if you've got very frizzy hair, really apply it well. You can put it on the roots, you can pop it everywhere, and this will help combat any frizz. This for me has been a game changer. I've always suffered with frizzy hair the minute I've gone out in the damp, and now if I go out in the damp my hair will curl but there's no frizz to it whatsoever. If you watch the tutorials on it on YouTube or on Instagram, they kind of show a waxy leaf with water and it just drips off it, so they kind of imply that it does the same to your hair, so the water would run off your hair rather than soak it up and go frizzy. I also use this sometimes by the time I blow dry my hair it's started to dry a little bit, so I'll just pop a bit more through the ends, but you just can't put too much on. There's absolutely no weight to it. I just love it. For me, this is the one for curly hair, so if I wanted to leave my hair to dry naturally, it doesn't need heat activating. That's the only difference between the two, is the one needs heat activating, the one for curly hair doesn't. So although you've got straight hair and you want curls, don't be fooled by the one for curly hair. It's not to help your curls, it's just for naturally curly hair. So I could just scrunch that up and leave that to dry now, and that doesn't need heat activating, but the other one does. Okay, so that's my cocktail and dreamcoat. Then I'm going to pop some of the 3 more inches mousse on. This is my favourite mousse. I do love the band brass colorwow one as well, because that helps to sort of counterbalance some of the warmth in the ends, but this is the volumizing one. Again, doesn't go sticky, so it's about the size of a clementine orange, I suppose. So I'm going to put some in at the roots and just focus running that through the ends. Again, it doesn't go sticky, and I still don't feel, even though I've put all these products on, I still don't feel like I've got any products in my hair. That's why I love them. I think, again, you get no build up from them. So that's that. That's the 3 more inches volumizing mousse, and then I'm just going to pop a little bit of the thicker, quicker root spray through. So I usually just separate my hair. I like to get a lot of volume on the crown, so just separate the hair and just really work that in through your crown. I think it's usually about 15 or so pumps through there. If you want any particular volume anywhere underneath, just pop it in at the roots. that doesn't go sticky either. So sometimes by the time you start drying your hair, all these products can feel really tacky and sticky, but they don't, honestly. Also, if I needed to recurl my hair later in the day, if I was going out for the evening or something, I would just pop a little bit more Dreamcoat just through the ends, just to damp it down a bit. You can either spritz it with a bit of water, but I tend to just pop a bit of Dreamcoat through, and it's just enough just to revamp the curls. So then what I do is comb it into place. I've got quite a strong hairline, so anybody who's got a bit of a cow's lick, or they struggle with a certain part of the hair that's really curly, when your hair's at this point, this is the most important part for me. If I just left my hair as it was with all the products on, by the time I go to blow dry it, that front would have started to dry with that kick. So use a fine tooth comb and really comb it flat over your problem area. So by the time I start to dry that, that will have already started to dry flat. So get your hair into the shape you want it to dry. You can see just by doing what I've done, I've already started to create the volume through the roots. So by the time I start to blow dry that, that will already have got some volume in it. So all this is key to your finished results. So I hope that helps. I'll go and blow dry it, and then I always pop a bit of Paul Mitchell Freeze and Shine through the ends. I find unless I leave it curly, I don't always need any product in afterwards. If I do, it's the colorwow 1 minute transformation, or the 3 more inches oil mixed with a little bit of balm. I'll pop some of that through. But yeah, hope that helps you. If you need any advice on the products, just give me a shout.